in order for me to leave the corporate world and trade full time, like I needed a lot of capital. So it wasn't just, oh, 50 grand, cool, here we go. I'll trade for a living and see how it goes. It wasn't like that. The year I quit the corporate world, my salary was something like $230,000, I guess in inflation adjusted terms now, like, I don't know, it's more, it would be more now. It doesn't sound like that much now, but it's still a decent wicket. It was a pretty moderately senior job in finance and strategy in a big Australian corporate. But to earn that money, I was working between 5 and 7 days a week, like certainly 5, of course, but most weekends I would work at least 1 day, sometimes 2 days. I would work 12 to 16 hours a day, particularly when there were big projects on. And it was just mental. I was stressed out of my mind. My quality of life was bad. My health was holding up, but I couldn't have done it for much longer. And that year I was working like that, just working like a dog. And I made reasonable money, but not for the time and energy and anguish that I was putting into it. And at the end of the year, I looked at my basically earnings from the job, and I looked at my earnings from trading, and I'd made more money trading than I'd made in the corporate gig. So, well, okay, this lifestyle is devastating. Bad for me, bad for my relationship, bad for my relationship with my kids, and I'm not enjoying it. So at that point for me, it was easy. So, well, okay, I'm making a similar amount of money. I've got enough capital now. Let's go. Let's give it a crack. So I just said to my boss, like, I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore. I resigned. I said, I'm going to trade for a living. And the rest was sort of history from there. But the key to enable it was I had the capital. And I had the capital because I had been trading consistently for years at that point. And you don't make $250,000 in profit in the markets with a $50,000 account. It's got to be way bigger, you know. Yeah. It was a high six-figure account at the time, and my returns were volatile, as in they moved around from year to year, but consistently pretty good. And so what was I looking for? I had enough capital to be able to make the leap and not worry if I had a bad year. I had set up, so I had been trading that way consistently for many years. So I knew what I was doing. It wasn't just, trading. Here's a system. Cool. I'm making some money. Quit, trade for a living. There was a long-term development. I had also set up my life so that we were low risk. Several years earlier, I'd already paid off the mortgage, the home loan, out of the trading account. I made trading profits. Like, okay, we'll just de-risk ourselves. We'll get rid of that. We didn't have any debt. We managed our kind of lifestyle, I guess, so that it wasn't lavish. I'm not a Lambos and private jets sort of person. I think that stuff's stupid. And to be honest, apart from billionaire hedge fund managers, I don't think anyone who really trades does that sort of stuff because it's stupid. You know, once you learn how to trade and you know what drives success, it's not that behavior. And so therefore you don't do that. And that's what makes you successful. So, you know, I had a pretty modest lifestyle and I was comfortable that I could give it a go.